Hey guys, it's Mooty here. So, Pokemon Art Academy came out, and I decided that I'm gonna play through it, and maybe it'll interest you guys into buying it if you want to, or if you're curious about getting it. I ended up paying, I think, $30 for this in the US, so it's less than a normal 3DS game costs. And then this is what the back of it looks like, even though I know on your window it's probably very tiny, and I'm only testing this, so I don't know if I should be including the bottom screen of this or not. I'm used to just not including it, so there's that. But if you guys think that you'd like to see more of these, then you could leave a like, and if you guys think I should include the bottom screen, just like, this is all based on your feedback to just see how this ends up going and hopefully turning out well. And that's really all I can hope for, because I've never done anything like this. So this is just going to be basically the introduction. I have really no idea what to expect, because this is the first time that they're putting out a game like this. So for optimal game experience, it tells me to calibrate the screen. I'm going to need my stylus for this, so. And a little background information, in case you don't know me, I draw. I've been drawing for years and years and years, so I'm not someone who has no experience drawing, so my experience with this might be a lot different than someone who doesn't really know how to draw, so we'll see how this goes. So please, the bottom screen is just telling me to create a new save data, and extra data has been created. Will store your saved images and downloaded free paint images. So, welcome to Pokemon Art Academy. Before we get started, are you a boy or a girl? So, I wonder which one I'm picking. And, I am right-handed, so you get to pick that as well. If you'd like to receive, sure, we'll enable notifications. So, we can begin our journey, and like I said, they haven't released anything like this, so I'm really curious to just see where this goes. And I was actually looking up some reviews online, and it actually got decent, like, it actually got good reviews. Like, most of them were like 8 out of 10, which on my scale, it's good enough. So I wasn't going to buy this if most people reviewed it at like 5 out of 10, you know? So, hey, you must be here for Pokemon Art Academy 2. What is your name? So we're going to put down our name as Mooty, because that is what all of you guys know me as. Nice to meet you. My name is Lee. I'm going to study hard here and become a master Pokemon artist. My ambition is to be a famous illustrator of Pokemon cards. Come on, Mooty, let's go to the office and pick up our ID cards. Also, what I wanted to mention was that I don't know if anyone really cares about this, but it only plays in 2D, as it says in here, so if you're, anticipating 3D, you're not going to get it at all. So, hello, you must be the new students, Mooty and Lee, right? My name is Professor Andy, and I run the Pokemon Art Academy. You may have heard of my brother Vince, who runs a different sort of academy. We both dedicate our time to teaching what we love. For me, that's drawing Pokemon. So, here are your ID cards. Please don't lose them. These are really important. They're used to track our progress through the academy, and that is why you should sign your cards right away. So we get to put down our signature on the bottom screen. I'm just gonna, since I can't just like add a bottom screen to my recording right now, I'm kind of winging it. No, I almost signed it as my real name and I didn't want to, so I'm gonna sign it as mootypwns. And this is the way I actually sign all of my things. I write mootypwns with like a little heart at the end, so that is, my signature, so customized to my liking. And this signature is correct, so tap yes. Obviously, if the drawing part is on the bottom of the screen, we might have a problem here, and I might have to end up readjusting this. But I'll have to see, because I have no idea how this is going to go, so I'm hoping that the top screen will suffice enough. Your starter exercise before you can accept it. Okay, choose a Pokemon to draw and we will begin. Now, Pikachu, they're giving us 3 options. I think at this point I might have to include the bottom screen for the future reference. So, we have these 3. We're not going with Pikachu, because everyone picks Pikachu. I actually want to go with Piplup. Although some people think I should go, no, Piplup. I think Piplup is, we're going to start exercise. I think Piplup is cool enough, so this will be our beginning exercise, and this is just an introduction, so the next part that I play through this is going to be probably better, more intensive. You've chosen to draw a portrait of Piplup. Don't worry, you'll have my help. Just follow my instructions and you'll make it through easily. Start with the blue pastel I've given you and draw a circle for the head like this. So the drawing is on the bottom, which in this case I'm probably gonna have to do. So I ended up moving some things around and including the bottom screen because clearly I'm gonna need it. And I think for the next part of this I'm just gonna end up making a layout and not having everything on one image, but I tried to move things around. So we draw a circle for the head like this, and if you make a mistake, you can press L to undo and try again. And then you're finished. Arrow to the next step, and this is, I guess it's alright. The way I have it positioned now is decent, but anyway. They have, I think the main screen that we're going to have to focus on is the bottom. So I might actually have to make the bottom screen bigger than the top screen for once. So they give you a dotted line to follow, and honestly you cannot mess that up. But once again, this is a practice exercise, so it might even end up being there. I made it slightly too big, but it might even end up being a lot harder later. So for the white part of his face, draw 2 big ovals and then join them at the bottom. So honestly, so far this is fun. So far this is fun for me. So you just follow. Well, obviously this is the tutorial portion of this, so it's incredibly easy, but hopefully they maybe make it a bit harder as you go on. So I don't know. You just really follow the guidelines they make, but this is turning out to be kind of bad so far. I'm embarrassed. As an artist, I'm embarrassed with the way this is turning out. So, alright. We got the middle, and then we're gonna do... They automatically give you the colors you're supposed to use, so it's not like you don't know what colors to pick or where to go from here, so... Oh, this looks bad, but we'll see what it turns out afterwards. Alright, we'll continue to the next step. His face is like not perfect. Alright, use the beak, and then the beak is just a circle. So it's interesting the way they're teaching you this though. Well, not so much, but it's pretty good because they're teaching you to use shapes, because that's what art is mainly. It's trying to take figures and things and try to like dumb them down to the most basic shapes possible when you draw. So if you're drawing a body, then you just kind of draw a circle for the head, but then you also you divide the body up into different circles and whatnot. So you kind of want to actually start with basic things such as circles, ovals, squares to try and draw. But with this though, it's more focused on the colors and not as much the lines, which would also be helpful, because sometimes relying on lines, especially when you're painting, isn't really what you should be doing. But I am rambling. So we're gonna continue. We're just gonna draw his eyes, which they're outlined for us, but this makes it extremely simple. This is more of I guess a laid-back game, from what I could tell, laid-back and fun, and I'm enjoying it so far. So this is only the tutorial, and then we've got the highlights of the eyes, and then the only thing that's kind of annoying is hitting the play every time, but you can also hit A just to get by it. So, oh, your Piplup is so cute. This is my drawing. I think I could do... You know, this is like a real Dirtmon drawing right here. I honestly want to take a picture of this because this is hilarious and I'm posting it to Twitter. And this reminds me of something Kevin would do. So, alright. And then I'm sorry, that's funny. Practice makes perfect. If you ever want another turn at drawing, you either replay the lesson or you can go to free paint mode and try your own with any tools you like. But for now, it's time to save your drawing and try it out on a Pokemon card. So we completed the very first lesson, which is extremely simple. It's just a lot of ovals. But I mean, my Piplup's head is just like, it has a little jagged edge at the end. So let's see what your drawing looks like on a Pokemon card, like a TCG card. That's cool. I think this is really adorable. I just wish that I had better positioning for this, but continue. That looks cute. I'm gonna save and finish for that. So then it ends up saving, and I think it'll just end up bringing us to the next lesson. But I think what I'm gonna want to do is do this in lessons, to the point where like just one lesson is one video, because they seem short enough. If they're just as short as this one, then they're fairly short, and I think they'd be pretty enjoyable to watch. So the farther I try and progress here, the farther I get along in this game. You know, if you're just watching this, then it might even help you just, if you want to try and follow along what is in the game without actually purchasing the game, then you can if you have your own like colored pencils or something. So I think that'd be really cool if you guys wanted to do that and you had your own drawings, if you wanted to follow along and post them in the comments or whatever, if you can post pictures, I'm not sure. So I'll upgrade your ID cards to show your accomplishments. That's awesome, but I do know that I need to end up making a layout for this. So I have a green ID card, and you have novice, apprentice, and graduate. At the end of each course is a final exercise that uses all the skills you've learned, and you will unlock new content. Any Pokemon you have drawn will become available in free paint, which means you can draw them whenever you want with all the tools available. Completing lessons also may unlock new lessons or bonus content. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing you in my first class. So I've unlocked new content, and then it's just a little icon on the bottom. So this is where I'm going to cut the first part off. This is purely introduction. So if you guys enjoy this, leave a like, and I actually really want to continue doing this. So if you guys enjoy this enough, I'll keep doing them, and hopefully you guys enjoy. And as always, I love you guys so very, 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 very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and bye.